Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to have an easy peasy day, so I'm going to make some oven fried chicken cutlets. So you're just going to take 3 chicken breasts, boneless, skinless, and you're going to pound them flat after you have sliced them horizontally to make 6 of those. You're going to preheat your oven, and you're going to preheat your oven to 400 degrees. You're going to take a cookie sheet or a baking sheet. You're going to melt a stick of butter on it. So just stick it in the oven and melt it. Don't let it burn. Bring it back out when it's all melted. You're going to take a cup or a cup and a half of seasoned flour. Whether you buy it pre-seasoned or you do it yourself. I just took regular old flour. All-purpose or self-rising, does not matter. Put some seasoned salt in it, some pepper. If you want some garlic powder or onion powder, do that. Or anything else that you want to put in there. Then I took some milk, add a little bit of vinegar to it to make it some buttermilk, but you could buy it already pre-done, or you can just use regular milk, it's fine. You're going to take your pounded flat chicken breast, you're going to put them in the buttermilk, and then you're going to put them in the flour. Going to shake off the excess. You're going to lay them in the butter. So you only have 6 of these. So shouldn't create too much of an issue because you ain't doing a huge batch. Literally 6 pieces. But I did pound these flat. So you need to try to do that if you can. Some people can do it with a rolling pin and just wrap your meat in some saran wrap, and you can flatten them that way if you don't have a meat tenderizer or a meat hammer, some people call them. I always try to have one of those just for things like this, and you can use it for other things around the house if you got some ice that needs breaking up, stuff like that. You can always use it. And yes, this is messy, so if you can use gloves or a fork to get this done, then you do that. Okay, set that there. And this is boneless, skinless, so it's not going to take long to cook. I'd say about 15 minutes in a hot oven. And I have no idea what I'm going to put with it tonight for supper, so your guess is as good as mine. I'm going to try to do this with a little bit of flour I have left. I only put in a cup of flour and a cup of milk. Trying to make it on less. I think I can do it. One more. Messy hands. Okay. So we'll put this in the oven. We'll get it to cooking. Now, usually what you do with this leftover grease is make some gravy with it and the milk. Well, I don't know about the milk. Not sure about the milk. Unless you have straight up buttermilk. This has got vinegar in it, so I don't know how that's going to do. But I'm not going to make any gravy tonight. So you can always do that, or you can get some jarred or canned gravy. That would also work too. But as soon as I figure out what else I'm going to put with this, and this gets done, I'll come back and show you the finished product. Okay, y'all, so this is the finished product. Did perfect. I don't have much time today, so I just fried up some potatoes in a skillet that I had to hurry up and use because they were getting old. And we're just going to have some fried chicken, some fried potatoes, and that's going to be it for tonight because I've got to run out the door. So really quick supper, really cheap supper, and it only took just 2 different things to throw this together and some pantry staples, and I've got a meal. Make sure you like and subscribe. I'll see you next time. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to make an easy ground beef casserole with biscuits. I've already broiled about 2 pounds of ground beef. We're going to sprinkle a little bit, and drained it, sprinkle a little bit of salt, some pepper, and some garlic powder And then I've got this on medium heat. We're gonna add a can of cheddar cheese soup and a can of cream of chicken soup, and I'm gonna be using the lower sodium cream of chicken soup. Let me get something else. This is not gonna work. Okay. You're gonna mix all this up. I've already got my oven preheated to 350 degrees. There's my cream of chicken. Like I said, this is the lower sodium version. You don't have to use that, but I'm just trying to cut back on some of this, just a little bit of the salt, and I want to add my own. So we've been doing that a lot more lately. Okay. Now we're gonna heat this up, and I'm trying to find a spoon for this. Well, use this. Okay. So you're gonna mix all this up. Now we're not really trying to do anything except for just combine this. Okay, and then you're going to add about 1.5 cups of cheddar cheese to this before we put it in the baking dish. So, about 1.5. And so all you're going to do is kind of warm this up and combine it a little bit. We're going to put it in the oven. I'm going to get my 9x13 out, and we're going to use that. So I'm just going to let it sit here and warm up just a little bit. And then we're going to put it in a baking dish. Let me go ahead and get that real quick. Okay, so we're going to take this mixture. We're going to put it in a greased 9x13 pan. The oven will finish melting everything and combining it. Which the stove had already started. So I'm just going to kind of mix this a little bit more. Smooth it on out. Now, at this right here, you can make this more keto. But like I said, we're going to add biscuits to the top. So I've already got my oven preheated. We just need to get our biscuits. Okay, I just got an 8 count of jumbo biscuits from Walmart. They're like the Grand's biscuits. Woo. Man, that scares me every single time. And I just got the buttermilk. I don't really like the flaky, but you could probably use either. Move that up a little bit more. All right, and we're gonna put these in the oven. We're gonna put this casserole in the oven 12 to 18 minutes. Let me check the time on that again to make sure. Yeah, 12 to 18 minutes until these are done. You can take it out. Everything will be cooked. And of course, everything will be melted, so you won't have to worry about that. I'll be right back with you when it's done and when I'm plating it up. Okay, y'all, so this is the finished product. And I'm going to, I made some fried potatoes. I'm gonna put them in the bottom of a bowl. And you can put as many as you want, as little as you want, whichever. And then I'm going to scoop this out. Put it on top. There we go. So this finished product I'm showing you from the side so you can see. So biscuit on top. So it's real easy and simple. It takes very little ingredients to make this. Make sure you drain your meat before you add the soups. And that'll be dinner tonight. You can also pair this with some kind of vegetable. English peas is a really good choice. Make sure you like and subscribe. I'll see you next time.